Welcome, correctors and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, people of goodwill. Nnamdi Kanu went to court today, and then so many things happened. He was able to make a little broadcast. He was able to talk to the people. But as usual, after the broadcast he made in court, instead of people to take the broadcast, introspect, reason, think about what he has said, and try to amend their ways in whatever way they must have gone wrong, all they did is to come up with propaganda again, come up with lies to deceive the people. They came up to say that Nnamdi Kanu was talking to Simon Ekpa and was cautioning Simon Ekpa. You see, these lies, this web of lies will not take these people anywhere. And that is the reason why we are here. We are here to let you know what Nnamdi Kanu said exactly, and we are here to explain them in details to you so that you understand perfectly what Nnamdi Kanu meant by all he said. Now, let's listen to Nnamdi Kanu, because these people, instead of finding ways to do things better, instead of finding ways to try and get your freedom, all they are looking for is the little opportunity, any slightest opportunity that they want to use to bring down Simon Ekpa. That is what they are looking for. Ask these people, can you not produce something you have done for the people of Biafra, for the liberation of Biafra, for the restoration of Biafra? What have you done? They don't have anything. What they are looking for is what this person said, what that person said, to tarnish the image of Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government in Israel. But it will not work for them. Now, let us listen.
We are here to fight for freedom, for justice, equity, and fairness. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more, nothing less. And we cannot be cowed by anybody. We are without fear before our enemies. And we speak the truth always. I want all the journalists here arrayed to go and ask them, ask government of Nigeria, what happened to treasonable felony? Where are those charges today?
From 2015.
They have just disappeared because they have no evidence against me.
So here Nnamdi Kanu said, if you are doing kidnapping, if you are committing crime, if you are, doing all manner of crime, that you are not fighting for Biafra. And if you are doing it under the name of IPOB, you are not fighting for Biafra. I want to tell you something. You know who Nnamdi Kanu is referring to? He's referring to the DOS and Madubugu. He's referring to the DOS and Madubugu. But they don't want to think twice and reason deep into what Nnamdi Kanu has said. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, is defending his land. He always comes out to tell you that if you go against the people of Biafra, you will not go scot-free. You will not go scot-free. If you fight against the people of Biafra, you will not go scot-free. That has always been his motto. And he is always fighting the enemies of Biafran people. He is always fighting the enemies of Biafran people. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu, in this video, this same video that they are using to do propaganda, Nnamdi Kanu said that our duty is to fight for our freedom. They did not hear that Nnamdi Kanu said we are supposed to fight for our freedom. They blocked their ears to that. They also blocked their ears to when Nnamdi Kanu said that we are without fear before our enemies. And as such, we must fight our enemies head on and make sure we defeat them. And that is what the Prime Minister is doing. Putting things in place, putting measures in place, trying to subdue the enemy forces. But what do? They align with the enemy forces. They align with the enemy forces. They relinquish the power that Nnamdi has given them upon ESN. They now direct the same ESN to the governors who are oppressing the people of Biafra. Why did I say so? Soludo came out at that time to say that he has spoken to them and they have agreed to work with him, and they are doing all that is needed for the agreement they had, and in few days that he's going to see what they can do and what they cannot do. That is what Soludo said. And you discover that what Soludo said is true because you discover that most of the ESN members then were now pushed into the Anambra Vigilante Group, AVG. Most of them are in AVG now, currently. So what led to that? It was during the DOS time that they messed up the whole struggle until the Prime Minister Ekpa came in and put things in place. Now they want to use this video of Nnamdi Kanu to do propaganda, but we are going to finish this video. Let's continue to listen.
I went to anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what if I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They are making money with it. They know now the Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East, and the idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm Nnamdi Kanu. No. Who is the idiot? Even Simon Ekpa.
No, don't. No.
What is it?
Now, what Nnamdi Kanu was trying to say here, let us bring it into context. Nnamdi Kanu said that it is because he is inside the DSS that certain things are happening. Now, what is he trying to say that these things are happening? The criminality happening around is what he is talking about. Now, what are those criminalities? The boys that he has, developed by himself to defend the people of Biafra have now been turned against and now being used by politicians to now commit crime in the southeast, just for security votes, to increase the security vote of these governors. So they use it to commit crime. Some people will say it is general crime and all that, but I want to ask you a question. When Nnamdi Kanu was outside, when he was free, were there no crimes in the southeast and south-south? Were there no crimes in Biafra territory? There were crimes going on. But he was challenging them. The same thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing today is what Nnamdi Kanu was doing then. I could remember vividly when a particular notorious Fulani terrorist was operating in Benue State, around Benue State and the forest of Benue. Nnamdi Kanu had to send the Eastern Security Network at that time to fish out that man and capture him. And they went into action, and they captured him and bite him. So if you are talking, you need to understand the context. Is it not the same thing that Simon Ekpa is doing today? If you attack any community, he is going to send the men of the Biafra Liberation Army. They would find you and get you. So why are these people not thinking in that direction? Why are they always trying to find propaganda to tarnish the image of another person? That's what you ask yourself. The simple thing that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about is not because there are crimes. He already knows that crime is going on. Even when he was aside, there was crime going on, but he fights those crimes. And then he does not allow the people under him to be used to commit crime. And that is where his anger is coming from. Some of those people who the governors have now bought over are now being used to commit crime. those people that the DOS have sold to the governors and the DOS themselves are now involved in crime and in buying of innocent Biafrans. That is the annoyance of Nnamdi Kanu. If you listen carefully to the ending part of that video, you would hear when somebody was asking about Simon Ekpa. Somebody wanted to ask Nnamdi Kanu about Simon Ekpa, and Nnamdi Kanu just bullshit the question. He was asking, where is another question? He didn't even want to listen to that person. That is to tell you, when you come to things like this and situations like this, people use their brains to work. You don't just go out and begin to talk and begin to spew things. No. You know who is working for you, and you know the government would not want you to be in line with that person. So what do? You use diplomacy. You don't speak about the person, you don't say anything evil about the person, and you don't condemn the person either, and you don't support the person either. You don't support and you don't condemn. You just stay on the fence and observe why indirectly you are giving the person the support. That is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu is doing with Simon Ekpa. Indirectly giving him the support. And it is only people who have wisdom and mindset can, determine and, decipher and decode what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Whenever you ask about Simon Ekpa, he's going to bullshit you. That is because he understands what Simon Ekpa is doing. He understands the role of Simon Ekpa. And he wouldn't want to jeopardize it. So he will keep quiet. He will never answer you. If you ask him about Simon Ekpa 1,000 times, he will not answer you. Because he understands that Simon Ekpa is fighting the government that have placed him there. And so what do? You avoid talking about him, because if you talk in favor of him, saying that he should continue, it means that those government, they will now say, okay, so you are working with this person and you are giving him the courage to do what he's doing, then we are not going to release you. But if you allow him to continue to pressure the government, they are going to do something about it. So that is what some people do not even understand. They can't even reason to understand these things. Even when Nnamdi Kanu shunned any question about, they want to twist it. They want to twist it up and down. But Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu understand perfectly well what they are doing. And this is the more reason why Simon Ekpa banned ESN, because they are trying to use ESN to rope Nnamdi Kanu into crimes. So when they commit those crimes with those ESN members, they will now say it is the Nnamdi Kanu's boys. And that was why Simon Ekpa converted it to Biafra Liberation Army. And now said he's taking full charge of everything that the Biafra Liberation Army is doing. And so when any act is done, anything against the government is done, he would come out to tell you plainly that he is taking full responsibility. And the Biafra Liberation Army is taking full responsibility. So you do not have anything against Nnamdi Kanu. But people who are selling the ESN to governors are still using the ESN name to perpetrate evil and crimes. And they will now come and place it on the head of Nnamdi Kanu. That was what Simon Ekpa stopped. And they were shouting, they were annoyed, because they have stopped them. You need to understand what is happening. You need to sit down and analyze these things before you can come out to speak. Because if it is when you analyze this thing that you get to understand what is really happening. Some people say if you are not informed, you are deformed. You need to get information. So if you know what we know, if you know what we know, so many things that are just playing down, waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. And you are going to see how these people will be disgraced.
Can you tell us the ongoing killings in the East in the name of IPOB? What is your stand on that?
Anybody involved in any form of violence or insecurity in the Southeast,
in the
name of IPOB, is a gunner, and they know it. Let me come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes only.
There will be peace.
Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you.
And tranquility.
And there will be peace in the East. It's not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South.
No, it's good.
Huh?
Yes.
Now, the question you would want to ask the zoo government: you want peace, and Nnamdi Kanu has told you now, release him, and in 2 seconds, you would see the peace you want. You are going to see peace. So why is it hard for them to release him? If they claim that Mazi Simon Ekpa is evil, he is doing this, he is doing that, he is committing crimes, atrocities, why are you still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Release him so that he can come and overrule Mazi Simon Ekpa and create peace. But these people are dumb. They don't understand anything. They don't understand anything. Their thought process, I do not understand how it functions. They don't understand anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in this same video that we are fearless before our enemies, and we cannot keep quiet and allow our enemies to override us. And as such, we must fight for our freedom. That what we are doing is fighting for our freedom. But if you are trying to commit crime and atrocities, you will not survive it. Ask yourself questions. Those of them in DOS, how are they doing today? So please, if they come up with any stupid propaganda, just tell them to please pack it one side, because it will never sell. It can never sell, and it will never sell. We stand by the Prime Minister and we continue to push ahead. Victory at last. Biafra first. Thank you for listening.